everyone. So I just shot out an e-newsletter. If you have not signed up yet, make sure you visit our website and sign up for that free e-newsletter. In it, I talked about our New Year's Eve service this year, what to expect. I'm very excited about it. I just posted it live on the website, so anybody can sign up now at this point. Before I jump into it, just so you're aware, all of our care and keeping members, this is not included in the care and keeping package, just so that you guys are aware of that. It is a special service. This year for our New Year's Eve service, it is a communal service. You know, I love community group work. We are going to be doing a word manifestation board for our Sacred Fire cast. So if you sign up for this service, make sure you choose one word. I explain it fully in the listing. If you go to our website, click on the listing, it explains it fully. I don't want to eat up too much time because I end up like being very long-winded on these videos and then like nobody sees them. But one word, something you're letting go of, something you're calling in, that is going to be part of our word collage for manifestation for the Sacred Fire cast on New Year's Eve. So I'm very excited about it. Let's look at my my notes here. So there were so many things I wanted to talk about with you guys today. I'm just very excited. This is a very big week. Solstice is tomorrow. Our Belial Red Candle Ritual service is tomorrow. Thursday, of course, is Christmas, Yule, Saturnalia. It is our Sol Invictus service. So it's not too late to join those community group services. You have to join tonight by midnight for Belial, tomorrow for Solstice, and then you have to join by Wednesday night at midnight for the Sol Invictus service. So those are still listed. They're still available. I'm very excited. Lots of services this week and next week. So let's jump into it. I made notes, you guys, because I'm all over the place. All right, so with our New Year's Eve service, I did a huge listing. I talked about a lot of New Year's spiritual traditions. You know, I'm omnistic, I'm polytheistic, so I try to give everyone a lot of meat and potatoes, you know, for your personal practice, for your personal manifestation that you're going to be doing going into the new year. With the service, I will, of course, be emailing out photos and videos like I always do, so you can help anchor that energy in your day-to-day life to help it manifest. So it's basically a release and calling in. I go into deep detail, but I'm not going to do that here. What I am going to go into detail about are some other things going on this time of year that you may want to incorporate into your... Okay, so what I am going to deep dive here in this recording is today, of course, starts the 12 sacred nights. It actually starts a lot of sacred spiritual performance this time of year for ancestral supports, transient spiritual support. So the 12 sacred nights, you guys probably have seen this already, like on TikTok or Instagram. Basically 13 slips of paper. On each one, you're going to write out a goal for 2026. You're going to fold those up so you can't read them, toss them around in a bowl, and each and every night, starting tonight, you will pull one of those slips out and you will burn it in your sacred fire bowl, or, you know, whatever you use. Maybe you use water casting. Maybe you use an earth pot where you bury it in soil. The key takeaway here is don't open it, don't read it, release it. You're going to do that every single night for the next 12 nights. On the 13th night, whatever slip is remaining, you are going to open that one. You are going to read it, and that is your goal for the year that you need to do the work for to manifest. Let Spirit handle the other 12. So I love that. It goes by many different names, but it is a tradition. It has its roots in European witchery, Celtic, you know, Nordic witchery. So I just love it. I think it's a very good service in terms of focusing where we're going to apply our energy as we start the new year. Other things that go on this time of year. Babylon's 11-day Akita festival, the Persian Nowruz, the Egyptian Nile Fest. Okay, that actually aligns in astrology with Sirius. You may have seen my videos I've done on YouTube, Patreon. I'm on Substack now. I talk about Sirius quite a bit, especially for astrological talismans. So if you are a talisman creator or use astrology in your magic, The Egyptian Nile Fest is going on now, and next week you might want to tap into that energy. Of course, the Roman Janus traditions, most people are familiar with that in Hellenism. That's big right now. These are just some different ideas for you in terms of what you can incorporate, what you can tap into in your personal practice. Saging your home on New Year's Day, decluttering, donating stuff to Salvation Army or St. Vincent de Paul, making a vision board for 2026, sitting down and writing letters to yourself a year from now. I love doing that. I am going to write letters to myself New Year's Eve that I will open a year from now. I think it's a beautiful tool in terms of raising awareness and, just elevating our spiritual health and immunity. The coin bowl toss, that's a fun one. In the past, the previous coin bowl toss at midnight, that is a fun one I've talked about in years past. Keeping a bowl of coins or currency near the main entry door of your home, and at midnight tossing that for abundance. The red lipstick at midnight, kissing the first person that you see for good luck, good fortune, especially in relationships. One of my favorite things I've always done on New Year's Eve is consumption spell work. Hoppin' John, that's a Southern conjure powwow Dutch tradition, for good fortune, good luck in the new year. Eating 12 grapes at midnight, that is a Spanish tradition. It represents each month of the year, and it calls in that good fortune, good luck, that wheel of fortune in your favor for the entirety of the year. So just some ideas of fun things you can incorporate this New Year's. Saturn is big this year. Saturn is the master of time. The cyclical nature of time is represented through New Year's and through the service that we do at New Year's. So in a way, you are working with Saturn. So look at your chart. What is your Saturn doing right now? Maybe incorporate something to appease Saturn, especially if he's in a position where he might be causing headache. Saturn is important, you guys. It's not just a planet. It is karma. It is time. It is restriction. It is responsibility. It's accountability. It's so many things. So pay attention to Saturn, please. Other things I wanted to talk to you about, I got to look at my list. Now is a good time to do a reading for 2026. I do have the 12-month outlook reading up on the main website. I think that's a good way to go into the year, is to get some, awareness is preparedness. I know you guys get tired of me saying that, but it is so true, right? Crystals this time of year. Bronzite, evergreen jasper, angelite, selenite. If you have these on your altar, great. Maybe consider getting them on your altar. They are wonderful crystals to help in your manifestation goals this time of year for a variety of reasons. Again, I wrote about all this in the e-newsletter. If you go to the main site, you click on the listing for the group service for New Year's Eve. I actually write about this in great, great detail. I'm just kind of giving you a rough general overview in this, video today. All right, so then they're also in Nordic paganism or Norse paganism. There is the 12 days of Yule that actually starts tonight. And so there's actually a list of that in the listing and in the e-newsletter, but I want to focus on talking to you about tonight specifically. Tonight is called Mother's Night, right? It goes by many different names. Even in Poland, they have something similar. It has a different name. But this is a night where we are honoring our maternal bloodline. It is the divine feminine. It's our female ancestors. Oh my gosh. Ancestors. It is the Disur, right? The female divine feminine spirits that are attached to us in this life. It is about fate. It is about, continuation of a bloodline, protection, the unseen forces that kind of shape our destiny. So tonight we do work in honoring that divine feminine to gain favor and protection and to help navigate these unseen forces that do contribute to our fate and our destiny. Everything springs from the dark and returns to the dark. And this service is done in the dark. And I love that because the feminine quality is dark energy. It's dark matter. And we can embrace it and bring it into the light and pull it back whenever we want. It's, very versatile, right? So a ritual I am just kind of throwing out there. If you do participate in this, I think it is a beautiful way to connect with your female ancestors, the female divine. And so what I would do tonight at sunset, have a candle representing each female ancestor that you want to communicate or connect to tonight. I want you, after sunset, again, light each of those candles while you state their name out loud, or even put a picture of them on your altar next to each candle just to kind of connect it to that spirit. I would put either maybe some evergreen, maybe some fir, maybe some pine, or even oils of this variety somewhere on your altar, or dress your candles that you're using for this service with those. Offerings, keep it simple: bread, milk, honey. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Alcohol, something that these ancestors would enjoy. Tobacco. My grandmothers were all smokers, so I usually put cigarettes and cigars as offerings for them. Just make sure if you're using food, don't eat it. After a day or two, make sure you dispose of it properly. Do not eat consumption offerings. After sunset, light the candles, speak their names, sit in silence. Tonight is a night of presence over action. And it's just a beautiful service, I think, in terms of soliciting that support from our female counterparts in our bloodline. So I know this was a quick video. I'm trying not to be long-winded because my videos seem to not be getting circulated because I'm too long-winded. But I wanted to give you some ideas of things that you can do, as we go into this very beautiful period of energetic, mobility, where we can manipulate and navigate and curtail things to our benefit. So stay magical and visit the website.